Hi, everybody. Welcome back for another one of our great Lincoln staff interviews. Today we have Cynthia Adams. Cynthia, hi.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I am doing okay. I've got my coffee. I've got my kids doing something quietly with Dad, and things are going well.
I have my Lincoln mug.
Perfect.
Got that in there.
So on brand. I love it. Oh, see, I mentioned my children, so now one of them is running over.
Well, I have my dog here too, so.
Perfect. Pretty much. Oh, hi,
Well,
pup. I love it.
I think she's in every meeting that we've had so far.
Good. So is all of my
We
kids
didn't
make an
want to miss
appearance.
out on this one.
Yeah. Cynthia, tell
Yeah.
us what it is that you do at the Lincoln.
Okay, well, I'm a house manager, one of three, and basically, we're the first people to arrive at the theater and the last person to leave. We cover all issues that may arise at each event, and our main job is to provide excellent customer service to our loyal patrons and to our performers and to our renters, and to help supervise also our one of our main aspects of our job is to supervise the volunteers in the operation of the theater, whether it's in concessions or ushering, working in the ticket office, tending bar in the art bar, and also being responsible for filing our film and box office reports for each event every night.
Yeah, you guys are constantly moving.
Yeah.
I think anytime that we're there during a show, you don't really get to see the house managers because you guys are running this way and then running the other way and constantly on the move. Many hats all at once. And how long have you been involved? So not just in your position, but before you became a house manager, you were also a volunteer, which you still do volunteer on top of your position. So how long have you been involved with the theater?
Oh, let's see. Well, I was hired. I'm kind of like the new old kid on the
Yeah.
block. I'm the most recent hire. I think back in August, this August. But before then, I was volunteering at the Lincoln. I think probably for a couple of years, in every position available. I worked
Yeah.
making popcorn to tending bar to selling tickets to setting up for festivals, whatever.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed being there. So
I think that's why you were kind of an obvious choice, and we decided to bring on another house manager, and we were like, well, we should probably ask Cynthia because she's going to be here anyways. Let's see if she wants to get paid for actually being here all the time.
one thing I wanted to say I was really proud of was being selected a volunteer of the year for 2019.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
that's important. Yes, that is quite the honor, and also part of, yeah, I remember giving that award this year and being like, well, obviously, who else could we possibly give it to? Because, yeah, you are always there. I mean, even when you're not house managing, you still come in as a volunteer and are always around. So,
get rid of me.
no, we don't want to. So, what is your favorite thing about working at the Lincoln?
I like the positive energy there. I am a multitasker. I love interacting with the patrons and the volunteers and the performers, even though it's not too much interacting with them, depending upon the performer. But I think my favorite thing there also is dancing. Yeah, I like to dance during the shows with the volunteers and the sweeper.
Uh-huh.
Some good moves in there with the sweeper. Yeah, that's silly.
No, it's great. I love that.
Those are all the things I enjoy. But now that I say that, I think actually one of my most favorite things to do is to peer in on the audience while the shows are on, and to
Yeah,
see the reactions in their faces and seeing them eat popcorn and
that's,
having
yeah.
enjoyment before their eyes.
Yeah, I love that too. And one of my favorite things about working with you is listening to you laugh during shows because you have one of the greatest laughs I've ever heard, and it's my favorite thing just watching you watch shows and enjoy different movies, like when you saw Rocky Horror for the first time this last year. It was one of my greatest memories with you, is watching you watch Rocky Horror for the first time.
Yeah, I forgot about that. There's so many fun times. I can never, when you say pick out your most favorite, I'm like, oh, there's so
Yeah.
many.
Oh, there's always going to be new favorites too. Well, in your time there, the last couple of years, you've been around kind of as long as I have. So we don't have that same background that everybody else seems to have, where they're like, I've seen these huge changes at the theater. And so we haven't seen a ton in our time there. But has there been a change that you've gotten to see at the Lincoln that really impacted you in your last couple of years there?
What I really like or appreciate about at the Lincoln is that they're always willing and open to change and to
Yes.
discussions. So maybe it's not been one major change, but it's been a lot of little different things that make everything better and flow and
Absolutely. Yeah.
a
That's a
better experience for everyone.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I think that's wonderful and very true. There are always something is always happening, whether
Mhm.
it's small or big, to make sure that things flow properly. And I know that we have a lot of plans for changes for after all of this is over too, and so we're constantly changing. It's wild.
Take a deep breath about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get there. It'll be great. Well, we kind of talked about this a little bit, but do you have a favorite show or memory, like a specific show or event that you went to that so far in your time at the Lincoln you enjoyed the most? I mean, it's constantly changing. Obviously, we already talked about that, but do you have one specific one where you're like, gosh, that was the best?
I can say my favorite film event is the Manhattan Film Event,
Well, yeah, that's
or
perfect.
the Wild and Scenic Film Festival that's hosted by the Skagit Visual
Uh-huh.
Enhancement Group. I love, I just, I love the short films. I like that they have meaning each one, and the people behind them are passionate about the subject matter.
Right.
And as far as live shows, oh, Sunny Landreth, that was rockin' show.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. And Keola Beamer and Moana Lani,
Uh-huh.
her traditional dancing and percussion. I just appreciate the Hawaiian culture. And yeah, that was a few of my favorite nights.
Perfect. If you could have any show or event, film, production, anything like that, what would your dream be to see on the Lincoln stage?
Well, one of my favorite events that I've attended lifetime during my life, it happens every year. It's in Laguna, California, and it's called Pageant of the Masters. And I don't really know if the Lincoln would be the perfect venue for it because it's in an outdoor amphitheater, but it's basically living pictures. It's called
Yeah,
tableau vivant, and they recreate works of art with real people, and it looks like the identical piece of art, whether it's a sculpture or a picture, through costumes, lighting, props, and
right.
it's amazing. I love it. I went last year. I'm so happy.
That's
That
amazing.
that
Yeah.
was the first time I'd been back in a few years. So.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I think that sounds super cool. If you could spend the day with one famous person, either dead or alive, who would that be?
Right now, the person I think foremost in my mind is the physician in China, Dr. Li. Oh God, I don't want to say his name wrong. Li Liang, I think he was the one who was the whistleblower and tried to let the world know about this awful thing that we're going through right now. And he
Hmm.
lost his life, and maybe I just I'm sure he went through a lot. If
Yeah,
you need to hear his story, we'll never know it. But
absolutely. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that's a great one. What is your all-time favorite film? It doesn't have to be one we've seen at the Lincoln or anything, just a film that you could put on every day and not get tired of
Oh, that's not going to happen. I usually don't watch a film more than once. I don't know why. I appreciate all films. I have to say one of more my favorite film, recent favorite film. I did see it at the Lincoln. Um, it was a Woman at War, and it was filmed in Iceland. And it's an awesome story about this woman. She's this fearless woman who's strong and, like I said, fearless, and is an environmentalist, and puts on her own war with the aluminum industry.
Wow.
But there was also many poignant moments, and there's a whole other side of her also in the movie. I don't want to give it away, but I really enjoyed that.
See? Perfect. That's a wonderful option. Okay, are you ready for your last question? It's my
Okay.
favorite one.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to give me goosebumps. We'll see. Have you ever had any experiences with Eldon the theater ghost?
Well, I think I have. I do feel his presence, and I do acknowledge him every time I'm in the theater, and go through the hallway, say, hi, Eldon, good night, Eldon. Um, and of course, it's always when you're alone, though.
Yes.
I've never felt him with other people present.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, when we were allowed to work at the theater at the beginning, when this all happened, and had certain tasks, I was looking, counting seats in the theater at night. And the first night I went there, I had music blasting and I was dancing, of course, and it was fine. And then the second night I went, I didn't have any music on, and I don't know, I felt something behind me, and I was like, well, there's like someone on stage, and so I know it was Eldon. So he's not frightening, you know.
No.
No, but yeah, I do believe that I've seen him. And I was thinking about that, and I do have an image of him in my mind, and I've never seen a picture. Do we have a picture of him? Because that would be
We do, yeah. Yeah, we do have a photo of him. I'll have to send it to you and see what you think. We have a picture of him when he was.
Maybe I really have seen him.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any. It would be very interesting because we don't necessarily have them in places that you would see the photo all the time. Like,
Mhm.
it's not very likely that you'd seen the photo and forgot that you saw it, type of thing. So I'm gonna have to show you a photo and see what you think.
Okay.
Okay, I love it. Well, thank you. That's all of our questions. Hopefully that wasn't too difficult. Thank you for all of your hard work around the theater, both volunteer and your house manager duties. We appreciate you all the time. And we can't wait to get back in the theater and get to see you at more shows.